But she really liked it, and she's proud of her decision. I'm also proud of her.
Right now on News Channel 6 at 7, we introduce you to two competitors at the Augusta National Women's Amateur who are playing with somewhat of a home course advantage.
And we have rain moving into the area. We're going to see this by Friday morning, and we're going to see it through the day. I'll have more on the timing of that and your 7-day coming up in just a little.
Also tonight, hear from an expert on how you can spot the signs of human trafficking and potentially save a life. Your News at 7 starts now.
Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 7.
Good evening, everyone. You're watching News Channel 6 at 7. I'm Dee Griffin. Thanks so much for joining us. Coverage you can count on begins with 30 young women moving on in the first Augusta National Women's Amateur. In that group is a Clemson golfer and a University of South Carolina golfer. News Channel 6's Ashley Osborne followed both of them today as patrons showed them a lot of love.
Alice Hewson teed off first between the two golfers from the 10th hole.
You feeling good? I'm feeling good.
A Clemson Tiger paw on her hat.
Let me see your ball.
But marked her ball with another banner.
With an England flag.
Her dad.
You got a picture of these shoes?
Model it, girl.
And then
you look good. He flew from their hometown just outside of London.
This is her senior year at Clemson, and she's about to graduate, and we're making history.
Now driving, Alice Hewson.
He says she had invitations from 28 American college golf teams.
She hit Clemson first visit, and she knew that it was the right size town, the atmosphere and everything else. She just loves it. She doesn't want to leave.
Her grandmother doesn't want to leave without seeing Alice make it to Augusta National.
Fingers crossed. Well, sometimes we cross everything.
Shot, Alex.
Good shot. The USC grad.
Now driving.
With a fist bump.
I know Olada.
To her older brother before she teed off the first hole.
Relax her and don't think about this tournament. I mean, she already has all this stress, so just calm her a little bit.
And she was calm when she sank a crucial putt on 2.
Yes, that's okay.
It's okay.
Her family, on the other hand,
I'm also a little bit more stressed today than yesterday. Like yesterday was like, okay, let's see how it goes.
How did she choose South Carolina all the way from Spain?
She found out that the business school was a good one, and it was not only golf, it was more also the university was important for her.
Olara chose not to go pro and now works for Deloitte in her home country of Spain.
She's working a lot of hours, more hours than I do every week, and I'm like, wow. But she really liked it, and she's proud of her decision. I'm also proud of her.
Excellent. Well, the final round will be contested on Saturday at Augusta National after a practice round tomorrow. And this afternoon, the Clemson golfer learned that she made the cut. In dramatic fashion, our South Carolina player made a 20-foot putt to take the final spot. And the in-state rivalry continues at the Augusta National. Well, here are the items you need to leave behind before you get to the Augusta National Golf Club for tournament play on Saturday. Electronic devices like cell phones, bags larger than 10 by 10 by 12, as well as cameras. Also, golf shoes with metal spikes, food and beverage coolers, as well as strollers. Personal fitness tracker bands and electronic watches are permitted. However, use for phone calls, emails, texts, and photos are not allowed. From tee times to parking, keep up with all the news from both tournaments on our website. Just go to WJBF.com.
And a look at the Jiffy Lube Skyview Network over Augusta Regional. The sun has gone behind the clouds, so sunshine is over for your Thursday. It is now time to usher in the rain and the clouds. 71 degrees right now for your temperature out there. It is still pretty warm, but we do see lots of rain headed our way. Right over the Georgia-Alabama border, that stuff is moving into our area. We will start to see this in the overnight period, probably pretty early, late tonight, early tomorrow morning. 72 degrees for your 8 p.m. temperatures. By the time we get to 10, we'll be in the 60s. And for your low tonight, we're looking at temperatures around 58 degrees with the rain coming in the morning. I'll have more on that in your 7-day coming up in just a little bit. Dee, over to you.
All right, Alex, thanks a lot. We'll see you in just a little while. Well, the Sheriff's Office in Augusta is investigating human bones that were found in the city today. The coroner confirms they were discovered this morning off Highway 56 near International Paper. Dental records or DNA will have to be used to identify the bones. And they are being sent to the GBI lab in Atlanta. And I spoke with the Richmond County coroner. He says he has not confirmed in identity at this time. Stay with us for more information as we continue following this story. Well, 2 Aiken County men have been arrested and face charges following a sex trafficking investigation in Trenton, South Carolina. You may be wondering what signs to look out for to give you any indication that human trafficking is happening in your area. Aiken Bureau Chief Sean Cabbage with that story.
And a lot of people don't recognize it, and it does exist.
Human trafficking is a growing problem not just in the United States, but across the world. The International Labor Organization estimates that there are 40.3 million victims of human trafficking globally.
Human trafficking does not discriminate, so you would think that it's usually, 18, around that age, 16 to 20, but actually any age, any gender, any sexual orientation can be a victim of human trafficking.
Bianca Anderson is a bilingual counselor at the Cumbie Center to assist abused persons. Her agency works to help domestic and sexual violence victims and their families.
It is a widespread issue, and it's been a widespread issue.
She says one problem with victims is the fact that they simply don't identify as victims because of their abusers.
A lot of the power and control that their abusers use to keep them controlled is manipulation, it's abuse, and they a lot of times do not identify as a victim of human trafficking.
What are some of the signs to look out for that someone is possibly being trafficked?
Individuals who are being trafficked are usually very timid. They are not comfortable stating their voice, expressing their opinion, because they're afraid they're going to be abused if they give any information about the amount of control that they're under or about the people who are in control of them.
What if I notice these signs? What should I do?
Well, if you notice those signs, you can try to give them the information to an organization like the Cumbie Center, who is trained and skilled in helping them every step of the way, from providing them safe housing to providing them the counseling and legal advocacy they need to escape from their abuser.
In Aiken County, South Carolina tonight, Sean Cabbage, WJBF News Channel 6.
A new coroner is officially at the helm in Aiken County. Alongside his wife and mother, friends, and law enforcement personnel, Darrell Abels took the oath of office to become coroner following the death of Tim Carlton. He joined the coroner's office in October of 1999. When asked if there will be any changes to the office now after officially taking over, Abels says it will be business as usual.
Aiken County citizens, they can expect the same professionalism, dedication, diligent services from the coroner's office. We will be there at their most time of need, and we will do everything in our power to bring some type of resolution when someone in this jurisdiction has lost a loved one.
Coroner Abels will fill the role until the November 2020 election. Opioids have proven to be a top cause of death in South Carolina, and that's why pharmacists are required to collect data and report information related to opioid prescriptions. Now lawmakers are looking to expand that reporting. And Georgia Godfrey has a look at a bill being considered.
Right now in South Carolina, pharmacists are required to collect and report data related to opioid prescriptions. But now a bill making its way to the House floor could add first responders to that reporting as well. The state's prescription monitoring program requires pharmacists to report a patient's name, prescription information like number of refills and dosage to a state database when filling opioid prescriptions. That information is tracked and used to make sure patients aren't abusing their medication. But now lawmakers are looking for first responders to report information related to opioid use as well.
I think it is important, and medical professionals think it's important, that if you're dispensing or you are looking at prescribing certain Schedule IIs, that you also see if that particular person has used Narcan from an overdose.
The bill did pass the full House Medical Committee. Representative Russell Fry says he's hoping the bill will be on the House calendar next week. In Columbia, Georgia Godfrey.
748 people in South Carolina died from opioids in 2017. That's a 47% increase since 2014. Well, things are coming along on the corner of Highway 25 and Olympic Drive in Burke County. The area will now be known as the home of the Burke County YMCA Center. This project has been in the works for 6 years, offering a state-of-the-art pool, splash pad, and lazy river. Louis Blanchard says having this YMCA will help improve the community's health and well-being as it plays well with some of the ideas of the Sheriff's Department.
We have different camps that we do with our youth. Having the YMCA here will allow us to actually have a great facility to help work with a lot of the youth events that we're already doing.
Free blood pressure checks, BMI assessments, and body fat analysis are some of the perks to having a membership at this YMCA. It opens on June 1st. Well, instead of spending the day inside a classroom, second graders from a Christian academy in Burke County spent the day at the Burke County Sheriff's Office. Each child is assigned a buddy who is an officer showing them around for the day. The kids get to learn how the officers do their job. They also show them a quick demonstration on how the canines respond to certain commands. Chief Deputy Lewis Blanchard said it's always a day he looks forward to.
They have a great time. Some of the parents actually join them, and actually the parents learn some things as well. So it's good. You know, at the end of the day, we really want to teach kids that if they can come to us. They don't need to be afraid of a police officer. If you need something, we're here for you, and this helps us to be able to do that.
And this is something he says they do every year with the schools in Burke County. Congratulations in order as some Columbia County educators move to new staff positions in the Columbia County school system. 4 new assistant principals and 1 new principal were approved by the school board at a special meeting this morning. The changes come as many administrators are retiring. 4 more open assistant principal positions are posted and waiting to be filled. Well, the city limits in Harlem may change if the governor signs a bill. State Representative Barry Fleming says the annexation will lower water and sewer rates. The measures provide water and sewer for homes south of I-20. Fleming also says he believes the county will still help Harlem with funding, but right now the county is against annexation.
The sheriff and the police department have always worked cooperatively. The fire departments work together. They have responder ability to help each other in times of crisis. So I think that continued relationship of working together will continue.
State Senator Lee Anderson, who signed the legislation, says if he had known there was going to be a disagreement, he would have never signed it. The governor has until May 12th to make a decision.
Instead of hearing from typical witnesses, today lawmakers heard from young people who are stepping up to positions of leadership on climate change. You can hear what they had to say coming up.
Hey there, Georgia. I'm John Crow with your Cash 3, Cash 4 and Georgia 5 evening drawing. First, it's time for 5-card cash, where you can win up to $150,000. 6 of hearts, King of spades, Jack of hearts, 4 of hearts, and 4 of spades. Now, let's play Cash 3. Your first winning number is 4. That's followed by 8. And your final winning number is 7. Again, if you have the numbers 4, 8, and 7, way to go. Now let's play Cash 4 and win you some money. Here we go. Your first winning number is 8. That's followed by 2. Up next we have 2. And your final winning number is 4. Again, if you have the numbers 8, 2, 2, and 4 in any winning combination, congratulations. On to Georgia 5. Here we go. Your first number is 9. That's followed by 2. Up next we have 8. Your next number is 2. And your final Georgia 5 number is 2. Good luck and play on, Georgia.